Welcome back to the Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Nicole.
Hello.
And Evie.
Hello.
We are watching Stargate SG1's revisions.
We are indeed. So if you
Yes.
watch carefully in this initial control room scene, you'll actually see Peter DeLuise and Martin Wood. They're sort of to the right of the screen there. You'll just see their backs, but just before this scene ends, you'll see them turn slightly. So Peter is wearing camo and Martin is in the green. So yeah, keep an eye out.
We always play
I guess
Find the
Peter
Director
was-
with Peter DeLuise.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
this was directed by Martin Wood.
Oh, really?
But I guess Peter was just floating around, maybe.
Oh, okay. I wonder if they pay them or if they're, just useful bodies to have to fill the space.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
work so much, they just keep turning.
Ooh, it's so pretty.
I actually like the effect.
It's very pretty.
Like my cat.
Your cat?
Twisty, I always joke that he's a liquid, not a solid.
Yeah, cats have that kind of movement. My dog is incredibly rigid. She's like a block of wood. She's like an easel.
She's just muscle. I mean, you could
Yeah.
put a piece of paper on her and write on her.
Mm.
Don't even need a desk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is Peter indeed. Look at that.
Yeah.
Sure is.
And that was Martin next to him.
Do we know where this is in Vancouver, this park?
I do, yeah. I'll get to that a little bit later.
Well, excuse me.
Um,
Don't want to get ahead of your schedule
order,
there.
David. I have an order.
Skype. Apologies. 10 lashes.
This entire episode takes place over the course of 2 days. So this episode actually shares some core plot elements with the Gamekeeper. Sort of both feature a civilization that ruins its planet's environment and is forced to live within a technologically advanced shelter with simulated reality run by AI, basically, that keeps inhabitants inside through trickery. And the episode was apparently originally titled Bubble World and went through several revisions.
Revisions.
Hence the title, from a much darker initial concept. And it started
Always.
out as a town hiding a terrible secret, but was
Ooh.
redirected by Robert Cooper.
Or the reflection of the fake pool.
So
in
you
the
notice the
window.
tilt?
Yes.
You notice the tilt in the middle?
Yep.
It's
Yep.
on a hinge right down the center, and the far left side was
that's
tilted more towards us.
cool.
That's how they keep people who shouldn't be seen from being seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
see
so
the
there was
tilt?
actually
See it?
multiple-
It's tilted on the left toward
Yeah.
us.
Oh yeah.
Multiple what?
There was actually multiple scenes of this episode filmed using stand-ins due to
really?
running 3 different episode crews simultaneously.
Yeah. Rick was
with the
having them do
hazmat
loops.
suits
Yeah,
conveniently hiding the actors' faces, so it worked.
absolutely.
And the apparently these scenes, the exterior dome scenes, were actually quite challenging for the visual effects teams due to
Wow.
the smoke effects needed for the sulfurous atmosphere.
Yeah, it would diffuse the image, and they would have to match it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So things like that, like this distortion here, you would have to include smoke in front of it. So
Oh wow. Yeah.
cool shot. I always loved this.
This is a cool episode.
Where are we, Evie? I want to know. Damn it.
Oh, okay. Sure. So
She's ready now.
well, I've got to scroll down. This was Fantasy Garden World in Richmond, BC, which served as the filming location.
So it
Most
really
of
is
it's
a
been
park.
destroyed.
It's
It
been
was
destroyed?
park, yeah. I believe so. So only the Dutch castle section remains today. The location was actually later reused for the village in the Atlantis episode Irresponsible.
Okay. So the brick buildings, they're all in this park.
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so.
The little town.
I believe so.
Yeah, that appears later on with where Lucius is in Irresponsible.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Why would they tear something like that down? It looked brand new.
It did look nice. I think it's made way for like perhaps a housing development.
Oh, yeah. People gotta live, don't they?
They do. They do. And the
I always wanted
population's
to go
only
down there
getting
and get a
bigger.
coffee. So
Yeah.
whatever, man.
That would be cool.
Screw those
Yeah. Well, you'll have to go to the Dutch castle because
I
that's
will.
all that remains.
Okay.
I don't know if it serves coffee though. You might have to BYO.
Most castles do serve some kind of beverage. Anyway, it's Nevin. I need to have
In a
this kid
giant
on.
goblet. Oh.
This reminds me a lot of an episode of TNG called there's a scene called Family, and
Yes.
Captain Picard's nephew is hiding behind branches.
Oh. He's a very cute kid.
Who is he? Let's see who he is. I've had a chance to get some of the kids on. Liam Ranger is his name.
Evie, were you inspired by the little things on their heads to choose Out of Mind as the
You know what? Maybe
episode?
subconsciously, perhaps.
Yeah.
Also, Jack's delivery of "Hello, Nevin" is apparently deliberately crafted as a reference to how Jerry would greet Newman on Seinfeld.
Brilliant.
That sounds about right.
He says it more than once like that.
Oh, he does. I just remember once.
Yeah. Smart kid.
Well,
Yeah,
he's got a database attached to his face, so you know.
That's true.
Look at the outfit.
See,
It's
the
like
church
Cassandra.
apparently, according to the DVD commentary, it was sort of accidental that it was included in the background, because it was sort of unlikely to find a Christian cross on an alien planet.
Oh, okay.
And the blooper occurred because the park's biblical gardens section, complete with religious icons and Bible-shaped hedges, was situated behind these stone buildings used for filming.
Well, I think also the blooper occurred because, they didn't paint it out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've always
they
loved this
tell
location.
those,
I can't believe they tore this down for property development.
They did, yeah, I believe so.
That's
It
just
does look
bananas.
weirdly fake. It looks too new. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It does. So the costumes as well were intentionally designed with very little color and form-fitting designs to contrast with the colorful world and make the inhabitants appear creepy and unusual.
Yeah, they're very muted.
And I think it kind
it's
of also
Stepford
gives
Wives.
it a cult vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
Kendrick here, if he looks familiar to you, he is.
He is.
Like Peter LaCroix.
Yep.
So you might remember him from pulling double duty on in the Line of Duty in season 2.
Yes.
Damn right.
Yeah. He gags very well.
He does. He didn't have to do that in this episode, though. Oh, man. This is also Finn Michael on the far left, who plays the councilman. He's Michael Shanks's stand-in and previously played a soldier in Newgrounds and the guard in Beast of Burden. And I think he might have had a couple of other little roles as well.
Does anyone recall which Goa'uld previously owned this planet before we get to it, Nicole?
David, what kind of awful question? Why are you putting this on me?
Because Evie has it right in front of her, I'm sure.
I actually didn't write it down,
Is
but
it
I did come
Camulus
across it a bunch of times. No,
Is it
it's
Malok?
Nope.
No,
Guessing.
it's one that we've had before with a really silly name.
Yeah, she looks like she's ready for some dominatrix time.
Oh,
It's Morrigan.
yeah, Morrigan.
Yeah.
I love that's how you said
see,
it.
he said it right there. See, I wrote it. Ha.
I beat you to it.
It feels weird that these people would be dressed like this though, and have her be their the planet's old god. I guess they evolved since then, but still, I really would have liked to see this planet covered in BDSM outfits.
I want one of
It
these.
would have been interesting.
I think this would be so cool to have.
So, this is the first appearance of this link technology, which fans have compared to the modern Google Glass, which was like a wearable computer that displayed information in the wearer's field of vision, and also other neural interfaces.
Yeah, Neuralink is a coming.
I don't think we're far off.
No.
There's also a continuity error here. When Tilk maneuvers the Malp into the barrier, the joystick appears and disappears between shots. It's
Really?
pretty obvious. It's gone, and then it's back.
Yes.
Also, keep an eye on the left of the screen outside the observation window. You can spot equipment. There's a ladder, and there's some boxes in the hallway outside the gate room. I'm assuming it's like filming equipment, but they just left it there.
Well, they're moving stuff on SG1's off-world, you know.
Yeah, true.
These guys think it's real, but it's actually a TV show. It's the SG1 show.
I love how in the face of the camera he gets.
It's very Rick.
Yeah.
Welcome, Whitney Nolan.
Hello, Whitney.
Hello,
Where have you been
welcome.
all my life? Well, we've been here.
This is are we going into our third year?
Something like that.
This is our third year. That's gross.
So this is apparently kind of a rare episode that actually maintains a clear day-night cycle throughout the narrative. And fans also point out the interesting with Jack and Tilk's food trading scene here, because it's quite a funny characteristic
I assume they'd be
moment
fed the
for
same
both characters.
things, so it's quite weird that they exchange food. But
they've got different things. I honestly think it's a bowl of fruit because it looks like Nevin has some strawberries, and this kind of looks like mango.
I love how Jack just kind of plays along. Like he's had a 7-year-old before.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say it's kind of funny because the SFX magazine's writer, Jane Dearsley, actually called out one of Stargate's favorite tropes here, Jack and his inevitable bonding with kids.
Oh, yeah, he can't help it. Yeah.
And she joked that it would be refreshing to just once see an episode where the team meets a kid and doesn't care about it at all.
Absolutely.
That's what McKay is for. He hates them.
He hates kids. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you can see how good a dad Jack would have been.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, absolutely.
I think it always harkens back to that because he's very patient and he has fun. He has a good time.
He can be patient.
Well, sure. When it comes to the kids, he's patient. When it comes to other adults, he doesn't care.
So during production, I was going to say the characters' names actually went through several changes. Aiden actually became Nevin to avoid confusion with the previous character, Aiden Corso in Forsaken. And there's a couple more I'll mention as the episode rolls on. But this is Tiffany Knight, who appeared as Ivala. Who appears as Ivala, but actually was previously in Touchstone as Lamore, but she looks completely different.
The priestess. Yes, she doesn't have a spray-on tan this time around.
Yeah.
And Lamore was actually her first Stargate appearance, or her first appearance ever. So she'd never been on television before.
So she was originally going to be called Ivana until Paul Mully realized it sounded too much like Ivana Trump.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now notice that they're taking the devices off right now. Pretty soon,
that's
they're not going to want to.
No.
As the protocols in there change, all the updates.
So apparently these temple implants, I guess you could call them implants, are the same props used in the Outer Limits episode, Stream of Consciousness.
Oh, really? They're the same ones?
I believe so.
Well, they were designed for this episode. That's interesting.
Maybe they were just copied. Like maybe they just used the blueprints or something.
Or they had the props in the back and they used them. That happens a lot. The spacesuits, a lot. When they go EV, have been reused in a lot of shows.
Sure. Well, if you've got them, use them. Don't buy them again. TV's an expensive business. They're also very similar to 7 of 9's Borg hardware from Voyager.
Yes, very much so. That same kind of U shape.
Yeah.
They're really making use of this crane in this episode. They got that in. So this is actually outside. So the rain on the ground.
Vancouver.
Yeah. This part of the town is actually against the edge of the dome.
Yeah, which is weird. I wouldn't want to do that.
No, it's not. Well, they apparently know where the boundaries are.
Yeah.
You know, it's in their head.
Still.
And you can feel it, I think. There's like a static charge.
As you're approaching it. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn it, I can't believe they just destroyed this location. That really can't get over that. I'm sorry. I'm going to bitch. So, yeah.
Go ahead.
My name is
again.
Darth
Hello,
Vader. I'm an extraterrestrial from the planet Vulcan.
Thank you. I love that. Back to the Future. Oh. Oh, it's Jack had to sleep on the couch.
Yep.
Okay,
Pretty
so I
romantic.
actually have a question about the link and education. So, do you think having the link makes education, traditional education anyway, obsolete? Like, do kids still take tests, or would that be considered cheating since they have access to the knowledge instantly? Or would you have to
Ooh.
remove your neural interface before exams?
Well, it depends on how their pathways are developing. You know, this
Yeah.
Mm,
society, their neural pathways may develop very differently from ours. I mean, ours, your brain doesn't finish maturing until you're like mid-20s or later.
yeah,
Um, this device may bypass all of that.
maybe.
Nicole, what do you think?
Oh God. Well, so yeah, I was thinking, but I feel like maybe while during its exam period, they just don't let you do the research. They like airplane
Yeah.
mode your device.
Aeroplane mode, yeah, there's something that
Yeah.
blocks it, maybe.
Yeah. I love his hair.
Yeah,
I
he
want to
doesn't
run
have it
my
longer for
fingers
much
through it.
longer. Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah. I
couple
mean,
more
he
years, and
looks
then
good
that's it.
with looks good with his shaved head as well.
This is the first time that these two have worked together, and they will work together for years to come.
Sanctuary.
Well, they have good chemistry.
Yeah.
So, a fan noted kind of the contrast between the simple life above ground and the advanced technology below. And apparently, this was like an intentional story element that seemed to resonate with quite a few people.
Mm.
The computer core set as well was specifically designed, I believe, to contrast with the village's quaintness, featuring futuristic, stark appearances with plexiglass and honeycomb-like structures and stuff like that.
They look to have, taken on more of an agrarian existence since the collapse. So
Mm.
Kevin
Mm,
Weaver is correct. Yeah, Christopher Heyerdahl's first appearance of many, many more. John
yes.
Shepard.
Oh, I love his voice so much. Viewers also noted how quickly the characters fall into their established traits in this episode. Sam's immediate interest in the computer readings and Daniel's enthusiasm for, possible historical
Mm-hmm.
significance.
And Jack and Teal'c are just there,
Yeah.
just chilling to be. Then they're the suspicious ones.
And the system runs on DOS.
Yep. No, she's receiving an update. She'll be with you
Yeah,
momentarily.
stand by. Up, up.
That is terrifying. Like, imagine if
Yeah.
in real life we had that plugged into our heads, where it's like,
Well, we wouldn't
I'm never
know.
getting Neuralink. I'm not doing it. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
mm,
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe if I was a quadriplegic, but you're never going to tell me that it can, if it really can read and write, not only read.
Yeah.
Why would anyone tell anyone that? So I
mm.
just don't trust
Mm,
people enough.
Yeah.
I'm
I can
yeah.
see
sorry.
how it can be really like it can be so helpful to people who need it, but like if you don't need it, then I don't
Hmm.
trust it.
You
In
can
fact,
No,
you know
now.
what?
I wouldn't
Yeah,
either.
even now, you know what? No one use it, but maybe, hopefully, it will only be used for good.
You
But I
can.
don't trust
Well, I mean, as long as I'm doing it. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, you can point a device at someone, if not now, very soon, and read their
Yeah.
dreams. You can see images of what they're seeing while they're sleeping. I know for a
Yeah.
That's
fact now you can
nuts.
actually hook people up to a machine and do that. But I think we're getting pretty close to pointing a device at people at their heads and seeing
Wow.
a facsimile of what they're seeing.
No,
So
see, dreams are just, I
that's
just,
been
It's
dreams
around
are
my
for at least 10
personal
perfect.
years.
garbage.
Yep.
It's my brain clearing out for the day.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yep.
Yeah, relocation seems nice.
This is a very beautiful park.
I think
Like,
it's one of the prettiest episodes of the show.
Mm.
yeah.
I find this, David, you're really loving the buildings. I actually find the buildings kind of creepy, only because they look so fresh and brand new,
Yep.
Mm,
but they've got this antiquated look to them, so they're like fake new, fake
Hmm.
old, sorry, and so they look really new,
mm.
and I find that really eerie,
That's
which
It's like
works.
I see
unsettling.
I see what you're seeing. I do.
Yeah, it's still pretty, but like pretty in a creepy way.
I'm pretty sure
It's
that this
creepily
town
pretty.
was built in the
Yeah.
80s.
In the 80s,
Yeah,
wow.
that's not old enough. Yeah.
It seems much newer than that. It feels like a Truman Show set. It
Yeah.
really, with how closed in it
It's
is.
so crisp.
Yeah,
and
it's
well
artificial, but it's the perfect place if you want to give it over to a machine. So
Yeah.
I do like that they
it was
selected
supposed to be. It was supposed to be kind of unsettling.
Yep.
Good. Okay.
Well, it
vibe.
worked.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
on
why they
Nicole.
knocked it down and replaced it. 'Cause they're like, this place is quite unsettling. People don't want to be here. Yeah, I'd expect it to look just a little bit more dilapidated. Like when you're walking down like a street in Cambridge, you can tell that some of those stones are like 1,000 years old.
You want dilapidated? Hold your breath and go outside.
Yeah, I'll just go die, David.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, there's a distinguishing factor here inside
You're
the
right,
field
you're
and
right.
outside of the field.
You know what,
Outside
David,
of the
you have
field
a
is
very
instant
good point.
death.
Okay, so you know how much I love symbolism and I like to read things into TV that probably aren't there. But I think there's a nice bit of symbolism here. In the background, you see those bird cages for sale.
Oh, no,
So
no birds.
I think like it's a kind of a visual metaphor for the dome itself, which
Cages,
is essentially like a gilded cage for its
Yeah.
inhabitants.
Yeah.
I like that. What does that say? Rongo.
That looks like a K.
Porn.
K
Corn?
O.
K-O-
Why not?
It's gone.
Well, I
Someone
don't
translate
even
that
know
for us.
if their written language. I don't even think is what we would call English. So it could be
It's
a
probably
sign that
Celtic
they
or something.
included. Yeah.
With the way that it was green and the way it was wrapping around, it got that kind of Celtic knot vibe to it. Maybe.
So the machines cannot stop the fact that there is a library of written knowledge here. And that's going to
Yeah.
come into a play later on.
Thank God we have paper,
Mm.
like everything's digital now.
Mhm.
That we're losing all the physical stuff. Like even at my work, we started getting rid of a lot of physical documentation because it was taking up space in the warehouse.
One good EMP and it's all gone.
Wow.
It fries
Literally.
hard circuit electronics, microcircuitry, whether they are on or off. So hope you got a Faraday cage for all of that.
I'll ask.
I was going to say it's a bit.
I do.
I don't know if it's sad or scary that Cambridge University is destroying documents.
Well, I mean, if they're more than 7 years old, a bank does that. So the point is that you hope that you back up in triplicate. So
Yeah.
you have a backup of the backup, you have your backup, and you have your main file. So
Yeah, that's the current thing that I've got going on with my documents online. But I went around being like, well, we don't need these physical things anymore. So
we did not
I'm very bad
utilize
at
this
that.
actress enough.
No, we didn't. I
They
love her.
really should have brought her in more
yeah.
because she's excellent.
Yeah, she really is.
We also see this console in later episodes.
We do. We do.
We do. Apparently, it was used as the Galeran memory transfer computer
Yeah.
in the season 9 episode Collateral Damage.
That's right.
Okay, just for a visit.
There's a lot of carving into plexiglass, these plexi panels in the back, and lighting them from the sides in order to achieve this circuitry look.
Oh, they're a big fan of doing that on
Yeah,
like the
they
Daedalus
all the
and
ships.
stuff.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
make it a different
Yeah.
color and it's a different ship.
Yep.
Just don't forget your whiteboard markers because you're going to be making a lot of squiggle marks on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's all that the crew does is they get their whiteboard markers out and they write numbers and letters.
Oh, just the I don't know. I'm just kind of appreciating the artistry, honestly, of those boards.
Very well designed.
Yeah.
It's amazing you can do with what you can do with just a little trickery.
Mm.
Oh, a computer would never lie.
No,
It says no.
absolutely not.
Yes, but this is the creepy thing. The computer is altering their memory and knowledge of what is going on, which is terrifying. And I know this sounds very silly, but like, obviously history is written by those who survived it and who won. And
Yes.
it's ironic because now like we have computers that are and online tweets and news articles are like you've got things that are full of crap, things that
Many of
aren't.
which aren't even real people.
Yeah, I
Facebook
wonder
has
how
admitted
many
to creating bot profiles now that interact
Yeah.
with you.
Like it's funny. I wonder how, like,
Dead internet
looking
theory.
into the future, how much crap is fake, and how much of
Yeah,
our
yeah.
history is dictated by it.
I need to get this guy on. I've done such a
Yes, that'd
poor
be
job of
great.
reaching out to so many of these people.
No,
There's
you're
a
not.
lot of
There's a lot of
folk.
people.
There
You
is.
watching this
Bad,
with us
David,
is helping
bad.
you go. Oh yeah, reach out to these people.
Right,
It's
yeah. The
nice.
show
Look what
starts
you're
in,
doing.
a month and a half, so it starts back up.
Plenty of time.
I think maybe he wants to go back to Earth and pretend to be a doctor. Isn't that what he does in? Nope, go bye-bye.
Yeah,
I love it. It's just the other side of the bubble.
it sure is. But I mean, they're seeing a projection like a holodeck, so
Yeah, so they don't.
they have no
realize.
way of knowing that the distortion field has moved in, unless they walk over there.
This is actually a really sad episode. Like where it's creepy and it's really sad. The ending really bums me out as well.
Oh, not as much as Lifeboat. I'm kind of
Oh.
like,
Yeah,
This is a heavy week.
that's true.
it is.
It's a lot of computer-based mind control.
Mm.
Well,
Remember, robots,
holding the
I'm on
minds.
your side.
Yeah, yeah. I don't believe you.
No, please. Team Cylon. It's so creepy. The way they do this is so good. It's so creepy.
Yeah.
The way, look at her. The way she's just like she's pieces out.
He
Daniel's
looks
so
completely
busy.
mindless. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
I mean,
what's going on?
he does catch on.
Yeah, takes him
He
a
does
minute.
follow
But
her.
he's like, what on earth?
Use that ascended brain, descended brain.
Mm.
Forgetful descended brain.
Oh. I'm just imagining Daniel, like, having to write down his current like status at work, and it's like, oh yeah, like alive, but like undeceased, unascended, descended, and trying to having loads of asterisks next to his paperwork.
Exactly. Yeah,
Hammond
it's
has
like
to add,
alive,
like
scribbled
mark him
out.
down as dead, and then put him
Deceased,
back.
scribbled out.
That's a
Ascended,
lot of
scribbled out.
paperwork.
Descended,
Yeah.
scribbled out. Ascended, scribbled
Where is he
out.
now? Well, according to Daniel, I've been
Wonder-
around.
How much tax-paying money went into Daniel's deaths and revivals and all that paperwork?
Just all
that time.
the airmen, packing and unpacking away his stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of crap.
Rolling
Let's
their
just
eyes.
face it.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that it's kind of interesting to see how the Link's methods of removing people have evolved. Like the councilwoman's disappearance was almost like polite, waited until evening, had her pack a suitcase like she was off to some lovely toxic wasteland vacation. But with
this person was in a
Avala,
rush. She just
like
didn't-
the
they-
Link's
no
getting
hiding
like
it.
pretty bold. Like it's just marched her straight through
Sure
the barrier
did,
in
yeah.
broad daylight while Daniel's right there.
Yeah. Well, it's
It doesn't
got
have
control of the minds of everybody, so all it's worrying about is SG1.
Mm.
So
Well, it's kind of interesting because I was going to bring this up earlier, but we kind of flew past it. Having 4 extra people has probably really strained their resources, even though they say that they're completely
Ah,
self-sufficient.
that's
So
a
I
good
wonder why
point.
that's why it's,
accelerating.
you know,
That's sad.
deceasing people so quickly.
Well, it's
Yeah.
having to make. I know for a fact that ChatGPT uses 10 times the energy to generate the answer to a query than Google. So when you add these new people to the environment and it's factoring in their interactions with all of them, can you imagine the computing power that this computer system is using to try and factor in all the probabilities of what these people are going to do to its society? They're using I'm sure draining this thing's energy.
That's quite sad.
I don't
It's
think
almost
they
like
even bring that
SG1
up.
is responsible for their deaths.
I
but they don't
think
even
a couple of
realize.
them, yeah, you could say so.
Wow.
Kevin Weaver said, "How much paperwork does it take to undeceased someone?" Yeah, I want someone to do that math. I want to figure out how much effort it takes to mark someone as missing in action and then undo it, and then just times that by how many times Daniel died, and then boom.
Yep. I just think somewhere along the line there would be an admin person
Just
like
done.
in archives just rolling their eyes. Sorry,
Yeah, or,
we
like,
need to mark
flipping
him
the tables,
as
like,
undeceased again.
I love it. Imagining that old a bitter woman in the records room of the Jedi Temple.
Oh, I was thinking
Mm.
Monsters Inc.
Oh,
Yeah, Jocasta,
yeah,
Jocasta knew. If a planet
that's
is
it.
not in the system, it does not
It does not
exist.
exist. Yeah.
Read arrogance.
Yeah.
Okay, so this like relocation thing, I think is kind of interesting
Yeah,
because
someone
like
had to have moved
the
the
link can
equipment.
make everyone forget and accept their new house, like probably recycling homes from people who've disappeared. Like
Yeah.
maybe this was the councilwoman's home, but like the physical logistics are bizarre because who moved all their stuff? Like
The
who
personal
transferred Jack and
effects
Tilk's hazmat suits?
that one of them had to have. They just don't
Yeah.
remember it. The personal effects, if
Maybe.
you notice, are limited in the houses. There's no pictures. No one has
Yeah.
They did
photographs.
that deliberately.
It's all
Yeah.
it's all very just home stuff that anyone needs. You know, a table, a chair, a couch. So
I don't know. I like to think that there's some sort of mind-controlled moving service that we never see.
Oh my God, I'd love that.
mind control
Oh my God,
moving
gimme.
service. Please hold.
Gimme. Yeah, gimme. I used to have that actually. My sort of my dad's third wife was Air Force, American Air Force, and so
Mhm.
you're entitled to like military moves. So what
Yes,
you do
that's
is
correct.
you just leave your house, right?
Yep.
I just went to school. I came back to a new house
Yep.
with all my stuff
Yep.
exactly as it was, unpacked in the new house, and I
That's
was
right.
like, amazing. There was
That's
an ashtray
nuts.
with cigarette butts still in it that they packed.
The U.S.
That's how,
military
like, good
did
they
that
were.
for you over there.
Yeah, because my dad's wife was Air Force, and
Wow.
so they were moving us
wow.
with her. So yeah,
You're welcome for my tax dollars, Nicole.
yeah. Thanks, David.
You're welcome.
That's a good point, actually.
Thanks, Boo.
My tax dollars did that. Yes, that's right.
I moved 3 times that year, so your tax dollars paid for 3 moves.
My gosh, there wasn't a
God, wow.
limit.
I think there was, but I don't. I think something happened. She has a sort of like disabled thing where
Oh,
like
okay.
they gave her extra ones or something.
So, recent viewers of this episode have obviously noted the eerie parallels between the Link's mind control and contemporary society's relationship with technology and social media,
Yep.
which I think we're going to discuss after.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
He can't see it
It-
because he's not allowed to see it.
Yeah, his job is to
Mhm.
just sit there and stare at it, going, "Everything's fine," and that's it.
Just make
This
sure
is
that the
his entire
power's
job.
going, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I imagine Homer Simpson does when he's at the power plant. Just stare at it, going, "Yep, yep."
Yes, stand your ground, Sam.
Every time I say Ivala, I hear Vala. Vala.
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm just-
it's very
Yeah,
similar.
yeah.
Ivala and Vala.
I
Yeah.
get her in one season. I'm so happy.
So, this scene kind of like with Palin forgetting Ivala kind of reminds me of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yes.
Like, you know, the movie with like a
Yeah.
really dark twist. So instead of like choosing to erase painful memories of a relationship, these people are having their loved ones forcibly erased from their minds without their knowledge or their consent. And it kind of makes you wonder what's sort of more heartbreaking, choosing to forget someone you loved or never knowing you lost them at all.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what bums me out about the episode. I think the thing that hurts me the
Mm.
most is him not even knowing who his wife was.
Yeah, she's been
Yes.
completely wiped from his mind. She is gone.
Yeah. I find the ending also a bit, I've got some things to say about it. My dad actually has an opinion on it.
Really.
Yeah. Yeah. We're the outsiders who are seeing everything without the brain connection.
Yeah.
They need to chill. They should have taken some photos. Just take some pics and take some selfies. And then be like, look, this was her.
Can you imagine being told by someone after all this is over with, yeah, you lost your wife a couple of days ago, and you'll never have an image of her.
Yeah.
You'll never know who she was. Well, you'll have an idea. Someone who met her for a day.
Sorry, Daniel Shaw knows how to make an exit, make an entrance.
If you thought gaming, aka Ben, said proof Stargate is timeless sci-fi. Damn right it
Yep,
is.
it's
It
evergreen.
sure is.
Yeah. It's funny because Stargate did kind of age because it's one of the only sci-fi shows that is set in the present day. So we have aged past it. However, the ideas and the way that they present the world, because it's always, unfortunately, humanity is nothing if not consistent. It's always working. It's a great allegory.
Nah,
These people really
good
could use
point.
a ZPM.
They really could use a ZPM or at least an aqua reactor for a little bit.
Doesn't an aqua reactor come into play in a little while? To
Yeah, I thought
sustain
it
it
did,
long enough so
actually.
they can get them the heck out of there?
Yeah, I assumed it did.
We'll find out after
Can't
these
remember.
messages.
Literally watched this like 24 hours ago. I can't remember.
Yeah, come on. Get it together.
David's coming for everyone today. Firing
I
shots on all
am.
cylinders
I
against me and
am.
Evie.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Feeling very sassy.
Yeah, I love it. Sassy David. is
Sassy
my favorite
Sunday.
David. Sassy Sunday David.
Sassy every day.
I don't talk to you every day, so I guess I just don't see all
There
the
you go.
sass.
Wow, it really does eat them.
Pretty grim.
Mhm,
Everything from
but
their
it doesn't
bones.
eat the implants.
No.
Yeah.
They are indestructible.
Awkward.
Yeah, move that skull out of the way.
Yeah,
Pesky
Ben said
skull.
better
Excuse
to have
me.
loved and lost than never have loved at all. I was thinking about that. I don't know.
But what if you don't remember?
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
point? Yeah, the whole point
Yeah.
is loving and losing is remembering that there was something.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was Christopher Hyder and I was like, "Oh yeah, my wife's dead," I wouldn't be asking like at the end of the episode, like he does, saying, "Tell me about her." I'd be like, "Yeah, you know what? I don't want to be sad. I'm good." Yeah.
He's plugged into a 3-dimensional reality. He cannot perceive 4 dimensions. He can't do it.
Yeah. Well, he better learn because we've only got a few minutes left.
It's like interacting with a dementia patient, you know?
Yeah.
You can't you can't they can't rationally understand something if you explain it to them. They don't have the ability to.
No.
Oh, there we go.
It's the way that he didn't fully try to pull away when she was doing it. He was saying no, but
There was
it's like he's
part
There
of
was
him
some
that-
trust there, yeah.
Yeah. There was trust and maybe a tiny bit of curiosity.
Yeah. Do it. Do it.
So he kind of sounded like the emperor right there.
That was the
Do
point.
it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, all right.
I like to say, Mountain Dew it. When I drink Mountain
Jeez.
Dew. I say
Of
Mountain
course
Dew
you
it.
do.
Here we go again.
Oh, he has the
They're all
fingers of a
their
pianist.
correlative update.
Yeah, it's a correlate, right? And their
What does it say?
budget
Like,
for
Rong, Rond, Pond, Kono, Cone,
Coney,
Coney.
Coney, I think
No.
Coney. Yeah,
Oh no, now
we've got
all of
to
a
push
sudden
some people off the
Carol
cliff.
O'Neill's sick.
So creepy. This is so
Yeah.
unbelievably creepy. Ugh.
I think this is kind of where the horror elements of this episode really ramp up, like in this
Mhm.
chase sequence.
Yeah.
So I think it's the way that everyone's like identically dressed and they're slowly converging on Jack and Tilk, like, you know, giving off sort of perfect pod people vibe.
Yeah, it's very thrilling. Like I really love stories of like a creepy house or a creepy village just because
Yeah.
people be creepy.
One of my
you know?
favorite films of all time is It Follows.
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. When you are being pursued by something that won't stop, go check it out. It's good.
This is reminding me of like for some reason Hot Fuzz, which is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
With the where all the village
yeah.
people, trying to like they're all a bit culty about making their village the best in the country, but just it's like it's quite a thrilling and creepy kind of a movie, but with a lot of humor.
yeah.
I like the vibe. This is terrifying. That I did not like that at
Yeah,
all.
being boxed in. Yeah. I don't know why these people don't make a beeline straight for the control center. I suppose that's where they'll ultimately head.
It was like expressionless faces and looked like one of them had a limp. Like it's like
Oh, this is not the right spot.
Yeah, that's
Nah.
the wall.
Dead end.
Ben and Randall Wong responded with
literally.
my comment set of Do It saying, hook up the Nakota generator for unlimited power.
Well, I don't know about unlimited, but yeah.
That's what Palpatine says in episode 3, I think, when he goes to kill Mace Windu.
Oh, they were going to connect them. Okay.
Stuart Miller says, I was literally just thinking that, Nicole, about Hot Fuzz. I'm glad.
It's just a very aggressive way of offering someone a gift.
Yeah. Let us help you.
But I don't want your gift.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be a pirate.
Now would be a good time. He says the lot.
Something straightforward,
Yeah,
like disarm your
calm
weapon
down.
systems.
They're going to be so weirded out when they're like, who the F are these people that just rocked up?
Yeah. Considering they want to relocate them in about 5 seconds, wouldn't it be harder to make a case if they don't know who you are?
Yeah. Christopher Heyerdahl, luckily, is disconnected, so at least he can be like, hey guys, it's all okay.
Just imagine this going on for another 2 minutes and them having to start to mow people down and they're still coming for them. I don't think that they have enough bullets for all of them.
No, they'd lose eventually. Very creepy.
The head tilt. The teal head tilt.
All right.
Wait, how did I get here?
Sup,
Like
homies?
me when I wander into the kitchen and can't remember why I'm there.
Yeah. Or when you go shopping for that one thing and then you came back without that one thing, but everything you didn't need.
Yes. Every time.
I don't know how he would have the knowledge to do that. That's my only issue with this story is that you know the computer did not extract that knowledge from his mind if he once had it.
So my dad's issue with this that I ended up kind of like realizing, yeah, you know what, I see why, is that this obviously Stargate sometimes ends quite quickly. And this one
there's
ends
no
really
tags.
quickly.
Yeah, there's almost never a tag is what it's called.
And it ends really quickly with Christopher Heyerdahl being like, tell me about her.
Yep.
And it's just like, what the hell is she going to say? She knew her for a day.
Well,
And
Palin,
that's what my
when two
dad
people
says.
fall in love.
Yeah.
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 It is a bit silly.
Apparently, Joe Malozzi like specifically crafted this poignant ending where Palin asks Carter about the wife he can't remember.
I feel bad.
Yeah, there's the
I
church
actually
with the
don't
cross.
hate it.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Just seems a bit silly.
but it's very nice little bow tied up.
It is a nice
It
bow.
is.
It's
Quaint
the
little
bow that I'm
sci-fi
like,
story.
okay. Yeah, like tell me about her. Like, oh yeah, she was smart and pretty, and very helpful with documents, and that's all we got. You know? Like, yeah, like they didn't know her very long. Like the way he smiles
Well,
and laughs,
I
it's
think
like,
that's why
okay.
he's laughing, because he knows that she doesn't know much about her.
Yeah.
But it's more than he
Maybe.
knows. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't want to let her go until she had told me a few things, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're
I
never
guess.
going to see her again.
Does seem
There we
awesome.
go.
You know, season 7 is off to such a good start. I haven't had a bad time yet.
Compared to what?
To season 2 and 6, and maybe a little bit of 3. You know?
Oh,
For a
gosh.
show I love so much, I got beef with some of it.
Yeah.
The thing is, there are
that's
so many great
normal.
standout episodes, but there are just so many smelly ones. And you know, this is all right. This is an all right one. I'm not
Yeah.
entirely mad.
Well, I
at it,
was
but that
gonna
ending was a bit silly.
quickly say that James Tishner, the VFX supervisor, said that he enjoyed the episode as a pure sci-fi adventure without mythological ties, which I think is
One of those
kind
rare
of
ones,
fair.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
straightforward, story that can be told in the modern era. This is Revisions. Thanks for watching with us.